What about this one?
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine.
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
The Mountain Goats.
Lit. A phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you've played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Lieutenant size.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
No. I'm not going to waste money on that.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Pinball isn't for me. I just need more money.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
So they have been the electricity been running here. They've just been paying for. Also, this light bulb haven't been changed for forever. How the hell that works?
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for two people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Really? This light bulb must be very sturdy.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
It says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was maintained in the future.
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
So it's not a message from the future.
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps the on what? He taps the on the guttering light bulb. He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. More secrets. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. More electricity running. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the artists bang away at it.
Whirling and Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that. Didn't he say that already?
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the Burning and Rags really is a part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
I mean, no business is forever. Like, of course there's been something ended at some point. It's fine. Especially like so long ago.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he could perform counterspells.
What no! Footprints. Loot. Ooh. +1 empathy, +1 eye coordination. Pinball maker's coat. The hell? This dusty old coat used to belong to someone called M. Knifelocks. The name is stitched into the silk lining. It smells of moths and ancient engine grease. But it fits you perfectly. A strange, lonely emotion fills you when you tighten the belt around your waist. Nah, I do like the stats of this more. Oh yeah, the flashlight.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
But they have a key somehow from this place? It would be weird for... Actually... They hid it in the bush? But why? No, the sheet of paper said that the key was left in the bush, and it probably belonged to the owners of this place from a long time ago. I guess there is another set of keys, or they just got in somehow differently. Someone been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Just based on footprints somewhere, I don't know, I guess. Okay, what does this mean? Shit, wait. Last in the perception. Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Classius' room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned.
The fucking racist, really?
Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is.
That's funny. I do have the shoe size like that. The print look like one person went back and forth.
Between that and that.
He points to the elevator doors in the corner, and he points to the bar door. This print doesn't look like the old sole print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
This doesn't look like the worker's boot from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
What is my visual calculus then?
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Nah, it's probably not the racist lorryman. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Huh. There's a spying place too. Should we check guards' boots?
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
So what's on the other side?
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacia about this route. See how she reacts?
Folded M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series, In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly, and reads science fiction. Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof.
I was just thinking.
Should I just save? You never know.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased stated his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
A smile flits across her face.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via the encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Do you think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
She's quite observant about the human character. Trained to observe, even.
Did you learn this from studying or a niece lit? It sounds psychological.
People who go to university know how to use words like internalize and integrate, officer. Now, what was that expression?
There's more to this. She has an index in her head of pathologies and how to exploit them. I can almost see her turn the pages.
Persona or coping mechanism.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke.
No.
And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Hold on, he said he was mentally done. That sounds like a broken man to me.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Yeah, he sounded very happy.
There was a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook. Also, maybe we should try again calling in to the station.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Where is Lelystad, the place, I mean?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
She takes a long drag of her cigarette and washes it down with coffee. You didn't seem, you don't seem like much of a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Moindy.
She hums.
The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Orania did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
She looks around, the wind in her hair. How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
The lieutenant taps on his notebook once, as though assigning some kind of point.
Points sound good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
Oh, I said that it was closer to 42. I don't remember exactly what age I specified. I did not know this was a competition, Kim.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face.
She stops, her eyes half closed, then continues.
Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice.
What?
Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
We heard his voice. It wasn't a beautiful, soft voice at all.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
What? That's very weird.
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember.
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Did I say that? What the hell? Kim, I said to put the brilliantine on the form. Do I get a point?
No.
But I put it down there.
Okay, sure. Here you go. What else are we missing, officer?
He asks, trying to get the questioning back on track. Did I just get experience for this? He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
It was an Oranese map of the waterways. No, it was a map of his service history.
Sure. Service history. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks, how so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
It is Oranese lit.
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless is the struggle itself.
She leans even further back to demonstrate.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?"
She points at the air with her sharp-nailed finger, picking out an imagery tattoo star.
And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean? Hand her the photo.
No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thank you for cleaning that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Tell me something odd. Did he enjoy his death?
Why do you ask?
She seems unsurprised. Can mean a cult vision. It's just a feeling I have, and indulge me.
Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down and too many bad things to do. Couldn't tap out just yet.
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. Good answer.
Could it be love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
But you agreed, what the fuck? You're not making any sense, lady. He told me love did him in. Okay, then another question.
Of course.
We requested a Siemens. What? Why should we need to say her that? We requested a Siemens screening from processing.
Good for you.
What do you think it will tell us?
I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady.
Is she avoiding anything? Technically not.
I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
All right.
The lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Well, I need another day before I can do that. Because then we will have full morale and I can use some drugs. And also buy some magnesium. It's pointless for now to do it. So I think 14 legendary means that if I had 14 skill, it would be 100%. So based on that logic, if I have 6, it's going to be almost 50. It's like 45 maybe. which is not that much. But then +1 from bonus, so it's going to be half. We'll see if this works the way I think.
Yes, miss. All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself.
Not my favorite topic. How about we, change? Yeah?
That door there, did you know it leads to a downstairs elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
Can we check her? She actually has heels, so it doesn't match. There is a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Also, how can you not notice something next to your bed? A hole in the wall. We've been living here for fucking 4 months.
Okay.
There's a pause as she processes this information.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
I mean, we should ask Garth about this. He's should be a prime suspect. Like, it's weird. And also, actually no, wait, Garth arrived later. He's a manager, so he wasn't really here. But the other girl who was here before, we need to talk to her, but she's unavailable.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
What do you mean? Everything is connected to you. It could be connected.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know.
She does. She must have some idea.
I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
You must have some idea who might have been interested in making that hole. Hardy Boys?
Honestly, I have no clue.
Yet, maybe it's something she's keeping for a later move, when she's more sure of herself.
There were tracks on the floor. They are recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
It's an old pinball shop. The room back there, this place used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
That's all for now.
Mm-hmm.
She flicks the ash from her cigarette absent-mindedly.
She's lost in thought, eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed.
All right.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
The lieutenant isn't quite sure he heard you. How old do I look?
How old? 58?
maybe you are wrong. You were wrong about the disease too. He was way younger.
He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
Yeah, I need to forget about the racist theory, I think. It's still in my brain. I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
You're right, I'm probably 62. Let's just leave it at that.
I didn't say 62, I said 58.
He squints, looking at you for a second.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Based on what? Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Huh? Oh, just a thought. Date of birth generator. Your face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for 1 day or 100. Both longer than they ought to be, the day and the century. But for how long then has this thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start racking those brains of yours, Elder One. When and where were you born? I mean, age really doesn't play much of a part. Could talk to Titus. Also guard.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
The cafeteria manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognizes the song. Yeah, the church is actually my love. Things are really bad with it.
Cool. Now, what can I do for you?
He really does sound like he thinks it's a little cool.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
I can't just snitch on her. God, what if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He controls his excitement well. Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Skeletons, a mausoleum of the dead.
Yes, haha. What's actually behind there?
Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He appears to be making a calculation in his head.
He was wondering about something business related, about how much money he could make off one.
If you're thinking of selling those pinball machines, I want a fat cut. Sea-suit shit. I'm a disruptor.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm not planning to sell them. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine, that one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
Can we not do that? Classier in... no. I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
He looks mildly startled. I thought he wasn't a superstitious kind. The whirling is listed on an intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
It's only a matter of time before the whirling fails too. Is this optional or not, the first one? It might be. Hold on, not once? Isn't that already a sign of decline?
It's a sign of the whirling in rags not being part of the doomed commercial area. If anything, we're revitalizing this neighborhood.
Relax, Mr. Gart. I'm sure there is no doom. He simply wants to share his discoveries with you.
The whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed, though perhaps the whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost.
He steadies his voice.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the whirling, huh?
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way. Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
You shouldn't be so worried about that. Should I catch him first? Is that optional or not? Ugh. Aha, so you'll finally admit it.
Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
And who named it Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateneans. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
I mean, it doesn't sound very appealing to imagine that your client's going to be whirling in rags in your establishment. What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
You're guessing there aren't that many others.
Well, good luck to you with this place then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
There is a peephole in the wall.
What wall?
Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Classy's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
Alright, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not. Yes?
The amount of things I have done for this guy opened up. He didn't even give me anything for this. Should at least give me like a free day to stay at his place. Okay, the boys are gone. I could send Kim away. What else? Oh wow, we cleaned up a lot of the tasks. It's no longer sliding down. Armor pieces, reality lowdown. Last time I checked, nothing was there a choice. Yeah, this is not progressing too. Alice, I should try Alice. Who's this guy in glasses? He's always highlighted, but you can't talk to him.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details.
No,
Are you
fucking
ready?
finally.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Shoot.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Elis Cortenaer. That's
Wait, what?
Elis Kortenaer.
But the
Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the
guy...
Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
But the guy on the recording said Corty, right? Was it Corty? Yeah, it was Corty. So it was some other mercenary talking to the killed man? Or they had the same surname? So they were brothers? Weird. I mean, the voice didn't fit the description from Cassie. So maybe it was a different guy. Exact date of birth unknown. Unknown, really. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09. Neonatal Care Unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
That's why it's unknown, I guess. But he did a party of his birthday.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Well, he was found in a leaf compactor.
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor. All we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
She sounds pleased.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
Well, we have his name and service record now.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
Alice Cortenar.
This means something to him. To know that name. Like naming a case. It's important. Sometimes police work is about human dignity. About giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
I want to call Sylvia again and try maybe fishing for something. I could save up this point and then use it tomorrow for extra volition, like try a volition, and when it fails, do it again. Volition check. Could put more into sneaking. And I do need to start upgrading my core skills, maybe. It's been a while. Yeah, let's save up. Cryptozoologist, we didn't find the guy. Maybe if we look further. Pants from Kuno. Heraldic bird, it's I need to read a book. Victim's body to processing. Oh yeah, well, I guess I could do that. Wash off the death smell. It says a bathtub in your room in the Whirling and Rags, but like fuck off. The first day I decided to go to the shack, it tells me to do it in Whirling and Rags. I hope you can. There is a bath. I don't think there is a bath there. In the shack. Murder weapon. Hangman tattoos, another mercenary. But we already know a lot about the tattoos. Sunday night. Huh. There was no other questions. Oh yeah, when Kim's not around. Yeah, okay. Talk to the Titus. Alright, so before the day ends, I need to send Kim. I could send Kim right now. We don't
57,
actually.
over and...
In the cabin,
Oh, wait.
you see as
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Sit
This is
first.
Sylvie Malaika on the line.
Yes, hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, Detective?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
But we already.
Yeah,
Whatever.
go on.
There's nothing new.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I mean, who else would have an access to the building? A cook? That would be strange. Hmm.
57, over and out.
in the cabin, you
Usually this game actually points you very hardly if there is something new that happened. So maybe I should not care too much.
the bear's eyes are still glowing
Let's
red.
back him, Kim.
It's
Take
guarding
him
over
away.
the freezing. All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Goodbye, Mr. Corpse. Nice talking to you. I'm all alone now. And I'm going to continue later, hopefully, if I have time today. And I'm not going to fall asleep. Alright. Plot thickens. Little by little. Bye bye.